Thank you for joining us for 10 steps to improve the returns of your portfolios. Do not engage in alternative investments. All right, a very easy definition of alternative investments are simply any kind of investment that's not your ordinary, stock, bonds, cash investments. That includes hedge funds, commodities, futures, private equity. Anything of this nature would be considered an alternative investment. And just recently, there's been a little push for people to include alternative investments in their portfolios, even individual investors like you and I. And the reason for that is because when people have looked in the past at how well certain Ivy League school endowment funds have performed, they had alternative investments in their overall portfolio. And so people out there said, hey, let's market this. We're going to sell alternative investments to the individual investor so that they can earn returns, as well as a lot of these endowment funds.
Well, years ago, it's been a long time since I've been in this business, but the only legal gambling locally was a commodities market. People would truly gamble all day long on commodities. Somehow, over the last 30 years, those have come from full circle of people not producing the commodity that used them legitimately as a hedge to people playing games with their money. Almost inclusively, when people want to put these into your portfolio, there's a couple reasons. One is the history of correlation with traditional common stocks or bonds. When stocks go up, a lot of these will go down. When stocks go down, a lot of these will go up. At least they have history. But history has nothing to do with value. That's really important to remember. Because something did something in the past doesn't guarantee it'll do it in the future. Where the mistakes are made and where you lose money in your portfolio is because you have absolutely no understanding of these alternative investments, how they work, how they operate, and you end up making decisions that are normally very poor decisions. Selling when they're down or buying when they're higher. It's extremely important for all individuals to understand their portfolio fully. So if you don't understand something that's being promoted to you as an alternative, just say thank you and move on to the next level of discussion, which has to do with more simple things like common stocks and bonds, cash certificates of deposit.
Another simple things to look out for with alternative investments is they're highly risky. We just kind of generally said that they're highly risky. A lot of times the managers use leverage, so you have a better chance of even greater rates of return. However, you can also lose money quicker. And on top of that, they're also illiquid. A lot of them have lockup periods, meaning you give them your money and you can't get any money out until sometimes a minimum of a year later, but it can go on to indefinitely until they have met their investment goals.